Do you keep asking yourself what professions to pick up while playing hardcore WoW? And why the leftovers from yesterday taste like moldy cheese?
I like my cheese drippy, bro.
No worries, today I'm going to give you my rankings of each profession and their usefulness while leveling through Azeroth in hardcore mode. Do note however that I will not include fishing, cooking and first aid as they are counted as secondary professions and can be acquired without giving up anything else. And I also want to preface by saying that all the professions of course have use depending on situation as well, but this is just face value, so let's get into it. So starting off at the bottom of my list, I have put blacksmithing. Now apart from the whet and weight stones for your melee weapons, blacksmith is incredibly material heavy, needing materials from several different other professions and does not really give you any benefit worth working towards. As leveling blacksmith takes quite a lot of time and the gear you get is quite lackluster while going through the leveling experience. Do note however you can pick up blacksmith as a first profession and then make some materials for other professions before dumping it. Next on my list, I have put leatherworking. Much like blacksmithing, it is a bit of a niche profession that does not come with a wide use other than giving yourself a gear advantage. You can get some early greens on your leather wearing character as well as kits to improve your overall armor rating, and you can always pick this up early and make yourself some gear early, then scrap it for something else later on. And next up on the list we got enchanting, and yes, this is a bit of a controversial one because if you play self-found, this would probably be at the bottom, as you will need blacksmithing to complement it for the rods needed. This also goes in the bottom if you're not in need of a wand early, but if you're a spellcaster and you need a wand, you should absolutely consider this early on to get a hold of a decent wand as early as possible before swapping away. And next up on the list we got tailoring. You may wonder why this is so high up, and I'm just gonna be straight up. Bags. Big bags. If there's one thing we all know to be a huge issue while playing hardcore, it's the limited space. Having someone who can make bags or making them for yourself can both help you make more gold as you're able to pick up more gathering materials and general items. Selling bags on the auction house can also be a great way to make easy money early on as well, as everyone is chasing them. And coming in hot next on the list, it's skinning. If you're to pick up anything early to make bank, it would be skinning. This is in my opinion the quickest gold farm early on, and even later on in the game, this profession is still a straight up money maker. And if there's something you'll need to survive in hardcore, it's money. Also the fact that you don't have to go chasing nodes as well makes this by far the most comfortable gathering profession. And now down to the top 4, we start at number 4, which is herbalism. You've probably already guessed what the top 4 would be, so here is one of them. Herbalism. It's easy to level up and goes well with professions like alchemy, which is highly regarded and always needed, so any reagent that you get your hands on is bound to sell on the auction house, as well as make your guild alchemist a happier soul. And rolling in on the third spot we got mining. Same as herbalism, this gathering profession is quite easy to level up, but in my opinion it's a bit more contested out in the wilds due to pairing so well with multiple professions. This gathering profession is essential for blacksmithing and engineering, which in turns helps out other professions as well. And rolling in on second place we got alchemy. Now if you pick up alchemy, you obviously want to pick up herbalism to complement it. With alchemy you get access to multiple types of elixirs early, making the early leveling extremely comfortable. It also makes you able to create your own healing potions, which are highly regarded in hardcore as death is to be avoided at all costs. The only reason for this not landing on number 1 is because unless you play self-found, you can always acquire the different types of elixirs from the auction house and does not have a requirement for using them.
Hey there, stranger! I've noticed that you are well versed in the art of making elixirs of all kinds.
But of course, weary traveller, I can offer my elixirs for a small fee, and you'll be able to consume as many as you'd like.
That sounds mighty wonderful, thank you. I will make sure to make great use of them. Bye now!
And at the top of the list, we got engineering. Now the reason for engineering coming in at number 1 is because it comes with several items that can save your life in an instant, like the target dummy, and you can get access to an incredible headpiece early on through the goggles, make scopes for ranged weapons, stun grenades, AoE damage with dynamites, you name it. Now the reason why engineering is more needed is because even if you happen to buy target dummies and the different type of engineering dynamites and stun bombs off the auction house, you won't be able to use them unless you meet the minimum requirement for engineering skill to use them. So the only way to make use of the vast utility items that engineering provides, you will have to get into it. And I'm telling you right now that the target dummy, in my opinion, is a must-have while leveling in hardcore. It's the best survival tool in the entire game, unless we count stuff like Light of a Loon, but you know what I mean.
Psst. Hey you there.
Me?
Yes, you. Can offer you some cool inventions and perhaps some random mechanical junk.
How is that going to help me?
You see, I can create tools that are guaranteed to save your life. For a price.
That sounds too good to pass up. I'll take your whole stock.
Sucker. I mean, great, here you go. Pleasure doing business with you, ma'am.
Likewise, but wait a minute, I can't use these.
Should've picked engineering, idiot!
Now, whether you want to cram your ass full of cogwheels through engineering or end up chugging elixirs and potions, it's all up to you in the end. I'm just here to give you a little bit of information. But hey, do you disagree or do you have other opinions? What would be your list? Comment down below, and as always, I've been Vermillions, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed, don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, bye.